Welcome back to another video, guys. I wanted to bring you what I have been doing besides mapping. I know a lot of people don't like Trial of Sekhemas. I personally like it. I like Sanctum in PoE 1. This is essentially Sanctum in PoE 2. Trial of Sekhemas is Sanctum. I prefer this, and I came across back in 0.1 when I was playing a way to make this virtually free with relics. Relics are very powerful. We can see in my stash, and some of them go for some decent amount of money. I have a bunch of relics, a bunch of jewels that I'm getting. I've yet to price them over. This one's roughly going for about 2 divs a piece. A lot of them are listed at like 50C at the time of this recording. But what I've done is I've used an old, some old tech that I remembered in this strategy, and we're going to go in and I'll talk about what we're doing. So relics are very powerful when we go into Trial of Sekhemas. They can give you honor resistance to make sure that you're not getting one shot by a bunch of things. On top of bring up your defenses, make it so that the boss does less damage to you, so on and so forth. Now, what I've chosen for my relics are Merchant gives you an additional choice, and 10% reduced merchant prices. Now, I don't remember the exact breakpoint because there's two boons that we want to get. We want to get the reduced cost of merchant. Oh, and we disconnected. That happens. So, again. So what we want to do is we want to get the reduced merchant prices. And then we also want to get 30% increased effect of our non-unique relics. With my setup, you'll only need to get the merchant. The increased relics is also nice too because it drops the prices down, and then so on and so forth. So every single one of these, besides one, is merchant has an additional choice and reduced merchant prices. We used to be able to get 2 additional choices, but I think they removed that. So we've got 5 of these, meaning that the merchant prices are going to be reduced by 50%, and we took 1 that the boss is going to take 25% increased damage and 37 honor resistance. This to make it so we're not getting big chunks of our honor taken down. We do a pretty good job with our evasion, not having to worry about that. But this is just a little buffer zone for us, right? And then the 25% increased damage, that's just to make the boss fights go a little bit quicker and make everything a little bit safer for us. Roughly when I bought these, they're about 8 divs a piece. Let's see if I can go to the trade market and see if we can figure anything out here. Merchant choice. Merchant. I forgot how it was worded. Reduce merchant prices. I apologize for this. I just want to bring this up so you can kind of see it's listed as increased, that's why. So we'll go search, and we want it only to be relics, and then minus 10. Alright. I apologize using all this. So roughly they're anywhere from 7 to 10 divines a piece. So I'm not used to using the search function inside the game with controller. It's very, very awkward for me. But that's the gist of it. So a lot of the times, if we can get good rolls on the merchant and get lucky, we can get the reduced cost, and we can make everything 0, and we can buy out the merchant every single time she shows up for free and make the run super easy. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to walk you through a run, and we will go from there. Alright, let's start the run. So we're going to go step by step through what we're doing with the run. If you're struggling with going through Sekhemas, finishing up your trial, pay for a carry. But if you want to do Sekhemas and you want to make it fun, want to make it quick, you can follow this strat. I can sprint through most of this stuff, not worried about being knocked down. And I fire 1 arrow because we explode with this build. The clear is pretty good. And sprint has made Sekhemas even better and more enjoyable. You're not spending forever in here. First room, we're going to get a gold key. That's good for the end. We're going to take a look at these ones to see what is going on and what we can avoid. This one we're not really worried about. It doesn't really do anything. Sacred Water, kind of sucks for getting us going. I don't like to do this one, but if it comes down to it, we can pick it. And then physical damage on room completion. What we're going to do is we're going to go over here to the Chalice, and we're going to go down to less Sacred Water. So Chalice, we're going to hunt down the rare enemies, kill them, and move on. And that's going to open the door for us. This guy's got proximal chance ability, so we kind of got to stand next to him for our poisons to do any damage. Which, it is what it is. We're going to pick up all the relics that we drop, and then when I get a full quad tab, I go back to my hideout and ID everything, except for there's a couple of the big ones that I don't do that for. We're going to go down here to the Hourglass, and we're going to take the less Sacred Water. So the goal here is we're going to kill everything, and then the rares that spawn will decrease our timer. So I'm just going to keep on moving, firing arrows every now and then. The one thing about this build is that we do run out of mana often. That's because we're scaling our gem levels to the moon, and we're getting a lot of power from there. So we do spend a lot of mana, but we have mana regen. We also have mana on kill on our ring. And we just keep doing this until the door opens. Door open, we're going to pick up a little bit of loot. Make sure we grab this water off the floor. Pick up our key. Okay, now we are going to go... we're going to do these gauntlet... we're going to go down here. We definitely never want to take this one. Merchant only offers one choice, bricks are run. As well as increased merchant prices. Goes 50% increased merchant prices. While it doesn't completely kill our run, it makes it so we can't buy as much stuff, and we can't buy out the merchant every time. And we want to buy out the merchant every single time that we see Balbala, because we're doing what's called the merchant strat. And it gives us all the power inside the trial. So once we get to, I think his name's Zarkov, we don't have to worry about. The fight is super easy, super smooth. You stand on top of him and you spam your poison burst arrow. We keep 6 stacks of poison on him, so even when he starts doing his little circle, if we want to step back, we can just let our poisons do all the work for us. Actually, we gotta go up here. Go up through here and up to this lever. There's some other cool ones too that you can do. You can do like roll and honor resistance. You can do move speed. You can do quantity of keys, quantity of relics to try. If you do quantity of relics, you can try to up your chances of getting the relic that gives you Temporalis. So we're going to go to this. Monsters have 25% increased attack speed. We'll get a boon that reduces all of that eventually, so this one isn't as bad as it sounds. Alright, we got the little fire things. Also, when you're doing this, keep yourself a ignite charm. So that way if you accidentally run into that trap, you don't get ignited and burn yourself and lose any honor that way. Also, when you roll through them, you can get through them that way as well. Do we go down here? I think we go down here. I like to check the rare and the blue chests, see if they drop anything cool. We come through here, hit this lever, go back around, and then go up. And this room will be complete. See, just like that, I had my Ignite Charm. We didn't lose any honor. Well, we lost the sliver of honor from the hit, but we didn't lose any from the dot from the Ignite being on. That was just me playing bad and not rolling correctly. Nothing worth picking up there. We're going to go see the merchant for the first time with 400. See if we can't get the reduced prices off rip. Again, this one's easy. You sprint from crystal to crystal. Make sure you don't get hurt. Tip, if you're playing on a controller, just dodge again. If you get close to mobs, you can dodge roll through them. That way you don't get heavy stunned. And then I clear out in front of the door so that way when I'm talking to the merchant I don't get bombarded with enemies. So we got lucky. So when we take this, because we already have 50%, it's going to make everything go down to 0. Now, we buy out the merchant every time we see her, and this run is free. The only thing we don't pick up is the relics. Just because I don't want to take relics that I'm not going to sell, especially one mod relics. If I see something that I think maybe sell, then I'll pick it up. What I'm going to do with this guy, we're going to hit him with this. Break his armor. And he's dead. So then we see the loot he drops. Pick up this relic, and then we move on. Go to our stash. Empty everything out. We purchase items. Cool. Stats slower, monsters less life, more sacred water. Don't need that, but what we will use it for is at the end, we can convert our sacred water, if we have any, into more keys. Less damage, can't be damaged until we complete the next room. We're going to buy all of this. And then we also get 30% increased effect of our non-unique relic, which is huge. So we sold a bunch of... sold a couple jewels so far through this run. You can see I have 2 tabs set up that I'm selling my jewels out of, and that's what I'm making a lot of my money off of for these. And then again, we get a merchant. Room types are unknown. That's an easy. We're gonna go right there anyways. So we're gonna go back to the merchant, buy more stuff, make the run even easier. This floor, it's a little harder to just run through, like on floor 1. You kind of got to kill some of the mobs. But once you learn Sekhemas, it's easy. It's enjoyable for me because I can just turn my brain off and just go, as opposed to mapping where I have to be on my toes constantly if you're juicing properly. And you get pretty good XP. More defenses, that's just more survivability. So what do we take here? We're going to take this silver chalice and we're going to buy this. And then we're going to press pause because I don't want to wait through all that. Ignore the first damage taken on enemy hits in each room. That's huge. So we're going to go to the hourglass, take the key. So now we got a major boon that allows us to ignore our first hit. On top of, we can't be damaged this round. Too bad those don't stack because we got that at the end of the last room as well. So I'm not really worried about room types because I've done the trials so much that room types don't matter. Also,
Swift magnificence.
The mini-map being hidden doesn't matter to me because I know a majority of the rooms. So we're going to go to this one. Do the Blood Chalice. And when you get to 40% move speed, you zoom through with sprint. It can get you in trouble a little bit because you start zooming and you don't fully pay attention to what's going on.
A great challenge overcome.
We're not going to do any of that. We're not worried about that. That'll give you a boon. So, all right. So actually, I'll do it just to kind of show. So what it does is it'll remove stuff. It'll remove the Fiendish Wings. We're not worried about Fiendish Wings. I don't care. We can get Assassin's Blade. We're gonna buy that in the next round anyways, and then we get a major boon with a major a minor boon with a minor affliction. There's a couple afflictions, like I said, that we don't want. We don't want no evasion because we're completely evasion based. We don't want merchant increased price, and we don't want reduced effect of our non-unique relics. So I tend not to take those unless I get the boon that says I can't get any more minor afflictions, and then I take whatever. Apologize for the alarm. So we're going to go back to the merchant, and we're going to buy her out again. Alright, this room is another hourglass room, so same thing. We're going to go around, and we are going to just run around, take care of the mobs, and take out the rare mob to decrease the timer. See, as we're at, took about 15 seconds off. Alright, easy. We got a couple silver keys, a couple relics we're going to grab. And then once I get here, this is how I prioritize what I'm buying. I'll always buy the... If I get these two, I'm buying Silver Boon first and Balbala's Gift because then I get a major boon. We already have one in here. Traps are going to be disabled. This is huge. I apologize for coughing. So we're going to take that. Duplicate keys is always good. This one I like is increased defenses and honor resistance. We're going to grab that. It might not sell for anything. It might be really good. I'm not sure of the price. We can check it after we go out. Where is it at? 3 to 5 exalts. Not bad. I'll take it. Could help somebody out. We'll throw it in the stash there. Alright, so we can also go and see what else we got for our stuff. And here we go. Now we don't have to worry about anything for the entire run. We got that we cannot get any minor afflictions, so whatever we grab, we just go. If we see a gold key that we can get to, we just go and we grab everything. The run is free. As long as you don't mess up the Zarkov fight, the run is free. So, we're going to go here. Not going to have to worry about taking the extra damage. That's why the merchant strat is so powerful. And we got a heavy build. So there's an all. Earn relic and run. I would say the chalice rooms and the ritual rooms are my favorite. I want to go here to see, but I also want this gold key. So we're going to go down because I really want that gold key for the end run. We can get some good jewels, like the Grand Spectrums. I dropped a couple of the sapphires, and the sapphires, if I'm not mistaken, are energy shield, and they were, when I dropped them, 6 divs a piece. So this one is another one. You just go and you find these crystals. And again, you gotta take out the enemies in these rooms. It's not like room 1 where everything is free. Now we have 3 keys because we also got the boon that our keys are duplicated. These bosses, you fight 2 of them. Very easy, very simple. We're going to drop this here. Hit him with a poison, get a poison on him. He blows up, blows him up for, I think it's 5% of his life. And then we just finish him off.
I shall aid you.
Passive items, all-seeing eye. Now we see everything. Now, no matter what we do, we see it. So this one's hard. We're going to take it because we want another major boon. Now, we don't get the duplicate keys, which is fine. We're going to check this one. Maximum honor, reduced purchase price. This might be pretty good. This one might be pretty good too. Quantity of relics and traps deal reduced damage. So we'll check those again, just so that way everybody sees and can kind of see what's going on. So 2x, 2x, not as good as I thought. This one should be pretty good. This one is anywhere from 3 divines to 1x. You'll use that one if you're trying to hunt for the Temporalis relic. So now this floor is very easy. If we would have had our duplicating keys, we would have got another set of keys here. But we're gonna go this way. So that way we can get multiple keys, and then we'll meet the merchant at the end. Sad that this merchant isn't. Actually, we can do this. We'll guarantee ourselves 2 more keys, and then we'll go see the merchant one more time before the fight. Like I've been saying, this has been my favorite way to do Sanctum, because being able to buy out the whole vendor is super powerful. Having every boon in the game is probably one of the most powerful things you can do inside of Sanctum. Unless you have a build that just clears and one-shots everything, which there are builds that just do that and don't have to worry about anything. But this build isn't one of them, mainly because we do dot damage.
Swift magnificence. Magnificent.
Nothing really to pick up here. Grab our gold key. We're now at 5. And then we're going to go here. Grab our relic. Especially with the 40% movement speed, you just run so quick to these. Could you imagine if I had one of the 50% move speed boots with the additional 40% move speed on top of that? We'd be thumbing.
A great challenge overcome. An oasis.
Alright, so we're going to go Hourglass, Chalice, Escape Trial, Gauntlet. So another cool thing that All Seeing Eye does, is I just realized this, that we had it. We had that boon previously that made it so we couldn't see our room types. With the All Seeing Eye, it takes all of that away. Now we can see everything. So that's why we're able to see what all this is. So we got another Hourglass room coming up, or we can jump up and do the Ritual Key. Silver keys are pretty good. Normally this run would brick us, so I would never take this, but with the Affliction, we'll not be able to gain any Afflictions. We're going to go ahead and grab that because I do want to grab some silver keys for the end. I want to be able to buy out all the gold and silver chests. I apologize. So we're only worried about the rare monsters, so we're just going to zoom through here. There's usually one down here. And then one more up here, usually. Guess we didn't kill him. Did we kill him? Yep, it's overflowing and the door is open. Gold key here. We're going to go Escape Trial, Gauntlet, and then Hourglass. Again, these are kill as you go, because you can't just run through these. There's too many mobs for that to work. Make sure you stay away from those traps. Those will drop a poison, and you don't want to deal with that. Take out those guys so they don't mess with us while we're up here. Go to the merchant. So this is the escape trial. Normally you'd have to worry about the flame things here. You wouldn't go here, you'd go here. We're going to come up. Run through. Step on that. Come back. Down. Through the doors. And this room is ended. Go to Balbala, see what she's got. Okay, again, we go with Silver Chalice. This one can't be damaged. Duplicate. And then we hit this, and then we hit this at the end, so that we get more Sacred Water. Doesn't really matter because of what we're doing, but it's nice to have at the end because you can get some more keys. Some more gold keys, some more silver keys, things along those natures. I swear, my finisher scares me sometimes. I think I'm running into an explosion and it's just the finisher going off. Because I'm a sucker for MTX.
with magnificence.
Alright. So we're going to pick up this spear because it's a blue spear and it's 4. We can kind of get something decent on there. So Dex, when we get to our stash, we'll hit it with a perfect orb and see if we can get anything else on there.
Beware the scorpion's sting.
This boss, if we can time everything right, we can kill her before she goes under the ground. So a lot of the time she'll go do a big roll and then shoot poison and then she goes underground, and a lot of the times if we can do our stuff right, we can actually kill her while she's underground because of the poisons. This time we were able to do it before. Man. Alright, so we're going to put everything back in our stash, just so it's not sitting in our inventory. We got a heavy belt to sell. Let's see, if we hit this with the perfect AUG, what do we get? Fire damage, T2 fire damage. Okay. Might sell for a couple X. Nothing super. Alright, let's see what Babala has. Nothing I really want here, but what I'm going to do is boon, blade, damage. Again, we're going to see what we have. Now we have keys that we pick up are going to be duplicated. Water is doubled. Can't get any more inflictions. We ignore the first hit. Traps are disabled. We also get 2 sacred water when we do it. Get any damage done to us. And yeah, we're pretty stacked on the major boons. Heading into the final floor. This is a floor that a lot of people struggle on. This floor is actually very easy. And you can do it without having all of the relics. So I want to maximize the keys that we're going to get. We can go here. We can probably get another duplicate key. And we can just come through here. Okay, we're going to start with the escape trial.
For you, time is of the essence, but it is of no consequence to me.
These aren't the rooms that are are like worrisome for people. Watch out for the big guys because they do a big AoE slam, and if you're standing in front of them, they'll chunk you for a lot of your honor resistance. Those guys are the most dangerous ones inside of this room, I think. That, and there's a pot that shoots a bunch of stuff into the air. These guys. There's rare ones that shoot some yellow beads up in the air, and it's quite a few of them, and they can do quite a bit of damage. So, come here. Kind of did that one out of order. Traps, they deal reduced damage, honor resistance. That should be pretty decent price.
We will succeed.
3 to 5 exalts, not bad. Pick that one up and throw it in the vendor. Alright, so this one. Normally you would hit this, and you'd run up here, you'd roll around the fire, come hit this lever, and you'd stand here. But since we have traps disabled, we don't have to do any of that. We can just bypass that piece of it and move on. So I'm not sure why those ones are never disabled, because it says traps are disabled. I don't know if these are a trap or what, but they do damage, so watch out. So we're going to hit this, and then we're going to go back into this room. We're going to hit this lever, and then we're going to wait, because now we wait for the clock to go through. It's like a little time warping mechanic. So get out of it before it does that, because that does do damage. Get another gold key. Brings us up to 9. We're probably going to have more gold keys than we know what to do with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this silver key as well. Bronze chests I'm not really worried about. They don't really give you all that much. Two more relics. Again, like I said, watch out for those guys, especially when you go into the hourglass room, because they spawn rare versions of those, and if you're not careful, they can do a lot of damage to you. And if you have low honor, they can end your run relatively quickly. Gauntlet. This one's a we're going to take these because I know for a fact, yeah, none of these are any good. And you can't 3-to-1 them. Hit this. Wonder if we got it. Sometimes if we're quick enough, we can get it and we don't have to do this port. Yep, we got it. So sometimes you can be quick enough that you can just hit that, and then you don't have to worry about doing the other one and waiting, and you can kind of speed past a little bit. And you go up and over here. Grab ourselves another gold key. Go to the merchant.
What do you
Chalice.
fear? You will suffer the same fate as the future Sekhemas.
I shall overcome.
He's out.
No more.
I'm not gonna worry about picking up that base relic because a lot of those don't sell.
A great challenge overcome. Praise the
Again, we check what Balbala has, and then we do that combo like we've been doing. Here we go. Run just got even easier. Upon reaching 0 honor, we revive with full honor. So we now have a oh crap button in case we completely mess everything up. We now will be revived with full honor. Go to the gold key so we have more gold keys. This is the room that I was talking about. So what I like to do, because we are a dot build, though it doesn't look like it with us spamming arrows everywhere. I run around the outside as long as I can get through. These guys, see, he was getting ready to do the thing. That move right there. You see it? He's getting ready to do it again. We've been able to kill him every time without him doing it.
magnificent.
But that move really hurts if it does hit you and you don't pay attention, or you just get caught if he starts it off screen. So last room before the boss. Our rooms have been relatively straightforward. None of the real goofy time trap ones. I only have one of those.
Impressive endurance.
And then once you get everything, as you can see, I mean, this was a relatively quick run.
A moment of respite.
Now we take on the boss. Now, because we have everything, the boss is very, very easy.
Sacred.
I have seen how this ends, Taljari. Your time has come.
You won't get the better of me, Jin.
Alright, hit him with the gas.
Commander.
The hour grows
Alright, when he does this, watch out for the time things, but we stand right on top of him. So before he does the whole run around and grab everything, we hit him with that. And that's Sanctum, or the Sekhemas. With Merchant Strat, it's very, very easy, very straightforward. And you don't really have to worry about anything.
Use that
Nothing there. So you see we have 4,600 water. We're gonna put that into the keys. We now have 5, 17, and 13. We can buy almost every single one of these. So we're just gonna take a look and see what we have. See if we have any of the special ones. And we didn't get any of the special ones, so let me grab the Royal. Gonna grab the Arcanist. No big ticket currencies. Royal. Nothing popped there. And we don't really have a lot of other good gold chests, so we're just going to open them, see what falls.
Stay light, stay alive.
I really only look for the tiered body armor. Take a chance shard.
Stay light, stay alive.
Alright, nothing there, so we're going to go empty out before we go and grab the rest of them. We have a pair of these boots, so they won't go. This on controller
This holds great
is
power.
painful. I wish GGG would just give me the ability to hot swap between mouse and keyboard to do my inventory management. Take that. So Royal Cash.
Could be better, could be worse.
Some gold. And that's it. That's the loot from Sekhemas. That's the run from Sekhemas. If you have any questions at all, feel free to leave a comment. If this video did help you at all, please leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff, and hit the bell so that way you're updated whenever I post a new video. And thank you. I really appreciate everybody who stops by the video and gives it a watch.